Federal order from the Trump administration last week to lay off nearly all probationary workers has had effects on universities across the U.S. We told you last week how that's affecting.
We're listening to students and faculty working to make their voices heard to save jobs and express hope.
Haskell announced last week that 30% of their
I literally pulled off to the side of the road because I was driving and I cried my eyes out. I've never cried that hard over like a faculty member or a teacher before, and that's just how you know that they're family. That's just how you know they build connections with the students and how much they care about us.
We are the only 100% Native American federal university in the United States. And within the past 2 weeks, we've been attacked by the federal government. We are a treaty university. This is supposed to be upheld from our ancestors to today. And the federal government failed us. They have been failing us, and we need to hold them accountable. We need to come together in places such as this and make our voices heard as we are. And I thank you all for doing that.
It really infuriates me because if I'm feeling hurt and displaced and betrayed and everything else, like, I know everybody else is.
Like, that's my mentor, that's my boss, that's like my Haskell relative, that's like my auntie basically. And it just sucks because she's been at Haskell 4 or 5 years, but she switched her job position to a new position. So that's why she was on the probation period. So she's been here longer than 2 years and they still think she wasn't qualified to stay. She has a master's degree and everything. It's just like, I don't know, I'm just irritated.
I don't know, I just get emotional because of what has happened to Haskell, because of how much they help my family and my children. So I'm just here to represent all the grandmas, the grandpas, and all our ancestors too that made this happen, that made this available for my children and everyone else as well.
Back in 1884, when they first built Haskell, the students built Haskell. They built it with their bare hands. There wasn't a lot of technology to build things like how we see over here. We did it by hand. Our young people, our little ones, carrying wood to make that school for us. They thought about us. 7 generations, they thought about us right here. They made a way for us. And now it's up to us to stand up for it and to fight and to resist the federal government.
Shuk Maitsky, Shuk Pachwai. Good morning, good day. February 14th, just more than 2 weeks ago, I was called into the athletic director's office, and I was told my name was on a list, and that list was a termination list that was a trickle-down effect from the Trump administration.
But Coach, you decided that although that was your last day being paid, that you were not going to leave the team. Why?
That decision was made without hesitation. And I wanted to take the stance that the termination was going to create determination on my part, and the dedication to fulfill a job was at the forefront.
Just a day after the women's basketball team won the Continental Athletic Conference.
Haskell Indian Nations University is not going to close. I just want to make sure people understand that, it's going to take more than an act like that to shut Haskell Indian Nations University down.
My history, as much as any other history of our tribes, literally the founding history of America is resisting those who came here unwelcomed. Those who came here to move us out of our home and take everything that we already own and everything that we know. And yet they have the nerve to look down on us like we're less than humans, when we are very much humans. Yeah.